out here on these highways and these byways to bring out the truth of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So before we get started, matter of fact, let's change there. Let's change there. So before we get started, I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise to the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rikah HaKwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to the Akyam and the Akwaf that listen and learn. To you, I say Shalom. Let's get right into it, man. Prophecy is popping off all before us, man. Prophecy is popping off all before us. You know, what you got? You got rumors of wars. You got earthquakes. You got Jake being deleted at a high number. Matter of fact, we'll start off there. Let's go to 1 Peter. Let's go to the book of 1 Peter, man. Chapter 4 and verse 17. The book of 1 Peter, chapter 4 and verse 17, and it reads, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, where shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?" And what is going to be the end of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that obey not the gospel of the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua? Death, death, and more death. That's going to be your end. Death, death, and more death. You guys going to be going to a massive amount of funerals. You guys are going to be grieving a tremendous, y'all going to grieve a lot during these last days, man. Why? Because y'all obey not the gospel of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And we understand why y'all obey not the gospel of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Why? Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Because y'all have been led astray by the wicked. Y'all have been 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Matter of fact, let's just see who we're speaking to. 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans have been led astray, you know, by the Esau, Edom, and their ways. And again, the 12 tribes of children of Israel, the Judah, would be your so-called Negroes. Y'all have been led astray, you know, by Esau, Edom. Benjamin, you West Indians, we also call them Jamaicans. Y'all have been led astray by the wicked deeds of the evil, of the wicked. Levi, you so-called Haitians. Y'all have been led astray, you know, by the wicked deeds of the devil. Simeon, the Dominicans, y'all have been led astray. Be you Puerto Ricans, right? Dominicans. Zebulon, Guatemala to Panamanians, y'all have been led astray, you know, by the wicked deeds of the wicked. Ephraim, you so-called Puerto Ricans, y'all have been led astray by the so-called wicked deeds of the wicked. Manassas, Ephraim, yeah, just said Ephraim. Manassas, you so-called Cubans, y'all have been led astray by the wicked deeds of the wicked, of the deeds of the wicked. Salaki, Gad, the North American Indian, y'all been led astray by the deeds of the wicked. Reuben, so-called Seminole Indians, you've been led astray by the deeds of the wicked. Naphtali, the Argentinian to Chileans, y'all have been led astray by the deeds of the wicked. Asher, so-called Guatemalans to Uruguayans, y'all have been led astray by the deeds of the wicked. And Issachar, you so-called Mexicans, y'all have been led astray by the deeds of the wicked. You all make up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. But yet, y'all are acting, y'all are in y'all perfection, and here, y'all are heathens. In your perfection here in America, Babylon the Great, you would call you guys heathens. Why? Because y'all have led astray by the deeds of the wicked. That's why I came out of the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4 and verse 17. "For a time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God, the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And if it first begin at us, where shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?" Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It says God there, but I said Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Why? Because y'all have been led astray by the wicked deeds, by the deeds of the wicked here in Babylon the Great, which is, we know, be the wickedest kingdom ever constructed. The wickedest kingdom ever constructed is Babylon the Great, which we also know we call America this day. Why? Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. and he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it? 2023, our people still haven't figured out who is the wicked that the Holy Scriptures are speaking of. Who are the wicked that the Holy Scriptures are speaking of? We're going to do a little reading today. We're going to go to the book of Psalms, man. Let's go to the book of Psalms. We're going to go to Psalms 21. It's not a long chapter. We're going to read it all, bring out some precepts, and then we're going to jump, over to Job. We're going to jump to Job, because Job and Psalms really, they, in my eyes, my opinion, they go hand in hand. Let's go to the chief musician, the Psalm of David. It said, the king shall joy in his strength, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and in thy salvation, how greatly shall he rejoice. Verse 2, thou hast given him his heart's desire, and hast not withholden the request of his lips, Salah. For thou preventest him with the blessing of goodness, thou settest a crown of pure gold on his head. He asked life of thee, and thou gavest it him, even length of days forever and ever. Verse 5, his glory is great in thy salvation, honor and majesty hast thou laid upon him. And we know this is a Psalm of David, but at the same time, in this current day, in this day, we know this blessing also was given to Esau. It was given to Esau. Matter of fact, to prove to you that, this also was given to Esau, we're going to jump. Because he said a king, and Esau, this is his kingdom, right? This is their realm. So this is their kingdom, because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua set it up that way. Let's go to, we're going to jump to Genesis. We're going to go to Genesis. And that show you how we can apply these scriptures. The scriptures mean a lot of things. Every day you wake up, you have a new understanding of the Holy Scriptures, man, and it'll lead you in different directions. And this direction is going right here to who is Esau, the king of Babylon. They the ruling authority over this here current realm. They the ruling authority. Why? Because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua set them up in that position. Let's go to Genesis. Is it 26? Genesis 27. Let's go to Genesis 27. And let's get down to it. So be patient. Here we go. We'll go to Genesis chapter 27, and we're going to start at, let me see. We'll start at verse 24, man, because you got to get, everybody always talk about context. Probably should start up. But we'll start at verse 24. And it said, and he said, art thou, this is when Isaac, right? He had two sons, Jacob and Esau, right? And he said, art thou my very son, Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat, and he brought it wine, and he drank. And this is, when this is Jacob and Esau, and Jacob, mom, Rebecca, she had Jacob and said, go and take his place, right? And his father Isaac said unto him, come near now and kiss me, my son. Verse 27, this is Genesis 27 and 27. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his raiments, and blessed him, and said, see the smell of my son, it is the smell of a field which the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have blessed. Verse 28, therefore God give thee the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Verse 29, they say, let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. 30. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac, his father, that Esau, his brother, came in from his hunting. And Esau came in, from his hunting. Because what? Esau, the one who used to make the venison. He was a cunning hunter. Everybody know that Esau was a cunning hunter. And that's also displayed here in this current kingdom right here. When they go to Africa and they shoot the elephants for their trust. They go kill lions. They kill all the animals and they go put them on their walls, in their big mansions and their big homes. And they have these excursions when they go to Africa and they go to these countries where plenty of live game at, and they shoot them and kill them because they are cunning hunters. And he also had made savory meat and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, let my father arise and eat the son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. See, the Most High already gave Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua through Jacob. He already gave us the fatness of the earth. He gave it to us, the latter end. Because what? He said our end will be better than our beginnings. Verse 32, and Isaac his father said unto him, who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, the firstborn, Esau. He said, I'm the firstborn, Esau. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And we're going to prove to you this. Verse 33, Genesis 27 and 33. And Isaac trembled very, very exceedingly and said, who? Where is he that have taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before that thou camest, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. Because Jacob, it was set up that way by the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It was set up to be that way. 34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceedingly bitter cry. Because Esau is a damn crybaby. When they can't get their way, what they do, they start crying and getting their line and crying. And that's a prime example of those Karens. What do those Karens do? They start crying. They get to crying on their phones and they recording, and what they do, and I spoke about this last week, those Karens, what they activate, the slave patrol, the police as a weapon. They activate them. What they cry, they start, the black man he's looking at me real. And then what the police come, Esau, he jump in his car, they 911 car, and they jump in their cars and they come and they be wet. And the first thing come out, soon they jump out their car, they got their weapons drawn, right? Why? Because they coming because they that sword. They the sword that the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua created them to be against you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, against the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So that's how they cry. That's why Esau, he cried. Let's read 34 again. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceedingly bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, my father. Bless me, even me also, my father. Because Esau if he got it, I want it. Bless me too, father. If he got it, I want it. Verse 35, Slakia. Verse 35, and he said, thy brother came with subtlety. Let's see, got a footnote there. Deceit, subtlety, and have taken away thy blessing. He said Jacob came with subtlety and taken away Esau's blessing. It was set up that way through the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that Jacob, Esau is the beginning of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Esau is the end of the world, Salakia. Verse 36, Genesis 27:36. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? He said, is he not rightly named Jacob? That was his birthright, Jacob, right? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. The first time he supplanted him, he sold it, he sold his birthright. Esau sold his birthright the first time. If we go to Genesis, the 25th chapter, he sold it. He said, he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he have taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? Esau said, Father Isaac, have thou not reserved a blessing for me? And the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua put the spirit on Isaac. Yes, I'm going to give him a blessing. And Isaac, verse 37, Genesis 27 and 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord. He have made him, Jacob, is thy Lord. You know, we are lords over Esau. That's our brother by birthright, but he broke the brotherly covenant. Because he don't have a perpetual hatred towards you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans in this kingdom. And Isaac answered, verse 37, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him, and what shall I do now unto thee, my son? He said he don't gave him over all the brethren, everybody. At the end, you can go read, go to Isaiah chapter 14. Isaiah chapter 14 and start reading that verse 1, and you'll get an understanding of what he's talking about right now. He's giving us everything. Verse 38, Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Again, because why? He's a damn crybaby. He's a crybaby. That's why they always crying, you know, a nation come, you know, natural resources, whether it's over in Africa, you know, in the continent of Africa, whether it's, you know, in Brazil and South America, all these other, anytime they got, you know, for oil, anytime they got, a nation got some kind of natural resources, he started crying. He started crying because he like, damn, that's supposed to be mine. Why? It's supposed to be his. Why? Because it was set up that it would be his in this time, and we're going to get to it. Verse 39, Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwellings shall be the fatness of the earth. So if the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua bless Isaac to give him that vision that he gonna have the fatness of the earth, he's supposed to go, you know, be a colonizer and take everything. And that's what Esau do. He's a colonizer, and what he do, he gonna take everybody's natural resources. That's what they do. Why? Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? How else can you, another way you can identify who's in charge of the whole land? Another way you can go identify who's in charge of the whole land, you can look at that petrodollar. You know, wherever you can spend that dollar, every country, I can take $100. I don't have to go exchange my currency or anything. I can hop on a plane and I can go to France. I can go to Europe. Well, you know, France is in Europe. I can go to France. I can go to Africa. I can go anywhere around the world. All I need is that cash dollar. Now, example, those same people, once they fly over to America, they have their currency. They have their banknotes or whatever paper they use. You know, they come over here. They can't walk into the local 7-Eleven and you put tender their paper, their money, their currency. No, they'll look at them like a fool, man. What is this? No, you got to go to the money exchange and exchange that for the dollar bill. And who's on the dollar bill? All your Abraham Lincolns and all those other, the Benjamins, you know, and all of that. I think they put Abraham Lincoln on the penny or the dime or nickel, one of those things. I ain't gonna say Abraham, but the Benjamins, they put your presidents, the past presidents, on those local notes. So you can go, that's how you know the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And that's how you know that Babylon the Great, America, is spoken of in the Bible. That's how you know who controls the earth, the wicked, the wicked. Wherever you can use your money, that's who controls the entire realm. Verse 38 again. Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And he wept. He's like, hey, because again, you're a damn crybaby. And 39. And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. So he gave Isaac this whole realm right here that, you know, Isaac gave Esau all of this, the current state that the whole world is in, the filthiness, the disgusting shape that the world is in. This is all at the behest of Esau. Because a crybaby can't never rule shit righteously. A crybaby can never rule things according to the Holy Scriptures, because they're crybabies. Things don't go right. What we're going to do? We're going to go put embargoes. We're going to go put all these different restrictions on the different countries. Why? Because we got to have it our way. It got to be our way or no way. That's what a crybaby do, man. That's what Esau do. Verse 40, it say, and by thy sword and by thy weaponry shall thou live, and by that great sword, by that nuclear, that intercontinental nuclear missile, by that jet, that fighter jet, by that tank, by those different little missiles that they don't created, and by thy sword shall thou live, and that's how they live, by that sword. Go up and you do the homework. How many years America been in existence, and how many years have they been at war? How many years they've been at peace? Over 200 and some years they've been at war, and they've only been at peace over 14 years. Have America not? They only been at peace 14 years out of the 280 some years that they've been in existence. And them numbers could be off, but you do the homework. So they had the fatness of the earth. Isaac blessed them at this particular time. They had a fatness and a dew of heaven. And that's what they have. And that's how they rule unrighteously. Again, verse 40, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou have dominion, thou shalt break the yoke from off his neck, from off thy neck. And Esau, he broke the yoke, the physical yokes, he took off off you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Mainly the tribe of Judah. He took the yokes and the chains off, but now you have a spiritual yoke. You Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Y'all have a spiritual yoke on y'all, around your neck now. And that spiritual yoke is that y'all have no understanding whatsoever of the Holy Scriptures. That's the worst spiritual yoke that y'all can really have. Because y'all Y'all don't know how to walk circumspectly. When you still got a yoke around, a spiritual yoke around your neck, you don't know how to walk circumspectly according to the Holy Scriptures. In verse 41, see, the Lord Yahweh shall bless kings. That's why we read out of Psalms 21. The Lord Yahweh shall bless kings. And Esau was a king. He's the king of his realm, right? He's the king. He's the king of kings, not the king of kings, but he's the king of America, Babylon the Great. He's the king of this world right now. That's why all the nations are always trying to separate themselves. As you can see right now in these latter days, they're separating themselves from, Babylon. They're separating themselves. Nations are dropping that petrodollar left and right. The economists are telling you, Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, the hyperinflation is about to hit hard. But our people, because they still working and because they still have access to their funds, they think everything is going to be all right. But we're here to tell y'all that all hell is about to break loose. We're here to tell y'all that all hell is about to break loose. Verse 41, Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. And what's that slay? Because our people don't know what slay. And slay, to kill, to murder, to destroy. And he destroyed you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans' mind because he got y'all thinking that y'all can join hand in hand with the wicked. But for the most part, he's always used that sword to kill, to murder, to hand out, to destroy, to ruin, to be killed, to be slain. That's what slay means. It don't mean that you slaying that dress. You got to, the females that use that word, girl, you slaying that dress right there. They're saying, in the slang, she killing that dress, how she wearing it. You know what I'm saying? No, he's talking about the physical killing, the ruins of a whole nation. He said, I will kill my brother Jacob after his time of mourning. And Esau have done a beautiful job of that. So again, when we go back to Psalms 21st chapter, man. It's King David. He's talking about how the Lord Yahweh shall set up kings, man. How he set up kings. And I stopped at what? Verse 2 again. This is Psalm 21:2. Thou hast given him him his heart's desire, and Esau's heart's desire, well, bless me, even me also, my father. You know, that's it. He gave him the what? The dew, the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven. He gave him everything, just like he gave, Isaac. And so when he gave Jacob, but Jacob had, we're gonna get ours at the latter end. We're gonna get ours at the latter end. Thou hast given his heart's desire, and have withholden the request of his lips, has not. Verse 3, for thou preventest him with the blessings of goodness. Thou settest a crown of pure gold on his head. Verse 4, he asked life of thee, and thou gavest it him, even length of days forever and ever. Verse 5, this is Psalm 21 and 5, his glory is great in thy salvation, honor and majesty has laid upon him. But we know Esau don't receive salvation. Jacob received salvation. You tribe members, you 12 tribes, salvation is only promised to you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we know it's hard to ingest or digest that for 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Why? Because they spirit, they had a spirit of a heathen on them, so they think that everybody can receive salvation. The other nations will. Esau, the only one that's not promised salvation. Salakia, correct myself. Verse 6, Psalm 21:6, for thou hast made him most blessed forever. Thou hast made him exceedingly glad with thy countenance. Thou made him exceeding glad with thy countenance. And they are exceedingly glad people there because they are proud people. And we are putting this, in terms of kings, we're talking about Esau right now. Verse 7, for the king, Psalm 21, for the king trusted in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Jacob, and through the mercies of the Most High, he shall not be moved. We know we're not going to be moved, man, because we trust in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. It says, verse 8, thine hand shall find out all thine enemies, thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. And we know that Esau, he hate the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. Verse 9, thou shalt make them as a fiery oven. In the time of thine anger, the Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and fire shall devour them. And what? We know this is talking about Esau and the 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Said fire shall devour them. And it's going to tell you how the fire is going to devour them as we continue to read. Verse 10, their fruits shall thou destroy from the earth, and thou seed from among the children of men. And Esau his seed is going to get destroyed from among the children of men. And the children of men are the other heathen nations. Esau he's the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That's 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, man. Verse 11, for they intended evil against thee, They intended evil against the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh and his 12 tribes of the children of Israel. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. And what's the main mischievous device that they're trying to come up with? They're trying to put a C-hip in every person on the planet Earth. That's a mischievous device. That's a mischievous device, man, that they are trying to do. The wicked. They want to put a device in your right hand or your forehead. Matter of fact, we'll just read it. Let's go to the book of Revelation. Let's go to the book of Revelation, man. This sounds like a device to me. The book of Revelation, chapter 13. And it reads, verse 16. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And it reads, man, I'm going to start at 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And they have power. 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're going to accept, this microchip. They're going to accept this C-hip. But the hopeful elect and the hopeful 1/3, they're not. So what they're going to try to do, they're going to bring in guillotines. They're going to bring in, robotic dogs. They're going to bring in a host of they mischievous devices that they've created, to get rid of you so-called non-believers, so-called people who don't want to accept or be indoctrinated into the new way of life. Verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand. That's a mischievous device. And let's see what this mark is, man. It's a charagma, a stamp, imprinted mark, of the mark stamped on the forehead of the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. And that's going to be what? And we know if you don't believe in the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, there are many Antichrists. So everybody still think that, oh, that's one man just going to come. The only one person that's going to come and be King of Kings is the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So it's not going to be no one man that's going to have no controlling authority over the whole earth. The Hamashiach Yahushua, he will have our King of Kings and Lord of Lords, but ain't no physical man and no sinful body is going to come and have, authority over the whole world. No, there are many antichrists. If you don't believe on the name of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you're antichrist. If you don't believe in the Holy Scriptures, as they are presented, as they are written down, you're antichrist. There are many antichrists. Back. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. Revelation 13:18, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it's the number of a man, and his number is 666. So there are many antichrists, man. His number is 666. 666. There's many antichrists. That is a mischievous device. Say again, verse 16 say, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, the charagma, in their right hand or in their foreheads. In their foreheads. That is a mischievous device. That is a mischievous device, man. Whether you like it, whether you accept it or not. Let's go back to the book of Psalms 21. I think we was at number 11, right? Again, verse 11, Psalms 21:11. For they intended evil against thee. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. And right now we know they're not going to be able to perform. And we're going to go to Job and we're going to get that, why they're not going to be able to perform. Verse 12. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back, when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon strings against the face of them. And those arrows gonna be those intercontinental ballistic missiles. And everybody gonna see them. Cause they're gonna what? They're gonna cover the whole entire world. They're gonna cover all the states. They're gonna cover every city. When you look up, you just gonna see arrows, and you're gonna see what? The chariots. You're gonna see chariots of the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Prove that. Let's go to Psalms. We're still in Psalms. Let's go to Psalm 68. And Psalm 68 and verse 17. The book of Psalms, chapter 68 and verse 17. That's why I say you're going to see chariots. The sky going to be so filled. The sky just going to be chariots and bombs. It's going to be chariots and missiles. That's all you're going to be able to see in the great day of the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So 2/3 of Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all listen, y'all hear this message, and y'all are he and ha. Why? Because y'all don't have any faith. Y'all don't believe in the Holy Scriptures. We know you don't believe in the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Why? Because y'all are witches and warlocks, man. Y'all are witches and warlocks. So why would a witch believe, in a power when they think they have the answers through they wickedness? This is Psalm 68 and 17. It say the chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai and the holy place. He say there are the chariots of God are 20,000s, even thousands. That's 20,000, even thousands, man. That means millions and millions of chariots, man, gonna break the atmosphere, and they're gonna come here, man. They're gonna be all over. Everybody gonna see, just like Independence Day, but it ain't gonna be no F-18 shooting down the chariots of the Lord Yahweh Basham Yahushua in the great day of the wrath. You're not gonna be able to shoot down, none of the chariots. It's impossible, man, because their technology is the technology out of this world. Again, Psalm 68, verse 17, the chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. Angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. So that's how we know that the Lord Yahweh Basham Yahushua, everybody's going to see that great and dreadful day. Verse 11, verse 12, again. Psalms 21 and 12. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back, when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon strings against the face of them. Verse 13. Psalms 21, 13. Be thou exalted, the Lord Yahweh Basham Yahushua, in thy own strength, so will we sing and praise thy power. And then hopefully elect, hopefully 1/3, we're going to sing and praise to the power of the Lord Yahweh Basham Yahushua in that great and dreadful day. Why? Because our hope is for deliverance. Our hope is for deliverance. 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native American hope is that Esau will accomplish, his mischievous device and stick in their right hand or their left hand or their forehead. That's what they want. They don't want to receive salvation from the Lord Yahweh Basham Yahushua. They want to trust in man. That's what our people want to do. I always want to trust in man. Let's jump over to Job, the 20th chapter, man. All these, you can't read one without the other. This is Job chapter 20. Let's read up. Let's see, Job 20 and let's see. You might have to read all this. Yeah, I might have to read all of Job too. Let's just, let's go. This is Job, and Job was when the Lord Yahweh Basham Yahushua allowed, Satan to come against them. He was with Zophar, and they was all giving Job, what they, pretty much their opinion of what was going on. And we know Job was a righteous man. And that's one thing about Job. Job was a righteous man. Then answered Zophar, the Namathite, and said, therefore do my thoughts cause me to answer, and for this I make haste. I have heard the check of my reproach, and the spirit of my understanding caused me to answer. Verse 4, he said, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed on the earth? Know of this of old, that since man was placed on the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short. That the triumphing of the wicked is short. Esau, your time is up. Triumphing of the wicked is short, man. We're not gonna have to worry about anyone telling us, telling your babies and your daughters going to having books in schools talking about, how to give a blowjob. Telling little girls and little boys how to achieve orgasms. These are books that they're placing in the school systems now. Why? Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. See, they took the Bible out of the school so that they could put pornography in the schools. That's how you know that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And there's no wickeder kingdom than Babylon the Great. The Roman Empire, the revision of the Roman Empire. He that have an ear, let him hear. Verse 4. Again, Job 24. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed on the earth? Verse 5, Job 25, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And who's a bigger hypocrite than Esau? A bigger hypocrite than Esau. They come in there with they love, and love. But if you speak against the transgender, they hate. Always talking about love. They want you to love everything that's filthy. They don't want you to love the righteous. They want you to love the unrighteous, the filthiness. And 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans have bought that hook, line, and sinker. Verse 6, it says, though his excellency mount up into heavens and his head reaches unto the clouds. How did their excellency mount up into heaven, man? They build them high-ass buildings, and they all what they want to be on the penthouse. The penthouse. The penthouse be up in the clouds, man. His excellency mount up into heaven. Why? Because everybody want to be like him. At once upon a time, all the other nations want to be like this devil. And now all the nations are starting to come to the conclusion, like, damn, this devil is all about wickedness. Now they all coming against, this devil. Verse 7. Job 27. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? I spoke about this the other day. I spoke about this. Our children, when we get in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna be telling stories, man. Like at one time, before they get destroyed off the face of the earth, they were gonna be saying these devils ruled over us. Look at the state that they're in. Our kids gonna be in disbelief. What? This devil ruled over us? Our kingdom? Our people? That's how our kids gonna be looking at that, because we're gonna be in our majesty, man. And we're gonna be like, and we're gonna tell these stories, because they're gonna have to wonder why all the affliction is going against that nation of people. Verse 7 again. Yet he shall perish forever, like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? No, but we're not gonna ask where he's at, because we're gonna know where he's at. Verse 8, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. He's going to be chased away. Verse 9, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more. Neither shall his place anymore behold him. Neither shall his place anymore behold him. He's not going to be in the high lofty position which he currently find themselves in. Esau not going to be in that high lofty positions, because their time is short. Their time is short. And whether you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans believe it, that's not a concern of mine. It's definitely not a concern of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shais. Verse 10, Job 20:10, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. And their children are coming back right now. What? They got that shameful spewing, man. They had this thing called critical race theory that they're trying to push into schools. And Esau is trying to prevent that, like, hey, we don't want that, because that'll have our kids thinking that we was all wicked. So they say, hey, it's lucky. So his children are trying to seek to please the poor. So they got all these things. Now they got all this information that's coming out on YouTube and all these other social media platforms about the wickedness of Esau Edom. All you got to do is just open it up. Open up one of the platforms. You always see someone speaking about how wicked and how evil these people have been. Verse 11, Job 20:11. His bones are full of sins. His bones is full of sins. And we're talking about Esau. His bone is full of sins. Full of sins of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. From the dust we came, into the dust we will return, right? Verse 12, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, hey, man, go tell your little daughter, though that your little daughter, she can be a man. She can be a little boy. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, hey, go put some pork on a beef hamburger. Go put a piece of bacon on a beef hamburger. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue. Hey, he said words are smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, right? Psalm 64, right? Verse 13, Job 20:13. Though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. That's one thing about it. They're going to keep it, hey, man, they'll tell you everything in their movies. They'll tell you everything, But they not gonna come out and just say it. They'll put it in their movies. They put it in everything. But Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, they can't quite comprehend what they seeing on TV. Verse 14, yet his meat and his bowels is turned. It is the gall of asp within him. Job 20:15. He have swallowed down riches. He have swallowed down riches. What? When we came out of slavery, you know, through the picking of that cotton and building up this kingdom, what? He swallowed down our riches, right? He swallowed down the riches that we had created for them. Multi-billionaires, generations of billionaires were created because of the hard labor of you Negroes, especially, you know, during the slavery time frame. And those that were pulling that sugar cane. So the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans always made these different nations and different countries, kingdoms rich. He shall swallow down riches, and he shall vomit them up. Power shall cast them out of his belly. And the Lord Yahweh Shai, why he's coming to break down this kingdom, man. He's coming to break down this kingdom. Verse 16, he shall suck the poison of asp, the viper's tongue shall slay him. And that, you know, the asp, what? We're talking about a venomous snake. A venomous snake. Verse 17, he shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks, the honey, and butter. Everything is about to fall apart, man. That's the only thing it's saying. Everything is about to fall apart right now. 18, Job 20:18. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall restitution be. He shall not rejoice therein. And they're going to have to pay restitution. They're going to go, Isaiah 14, they're going to pay restitution, man. They're going to be bringing all this gold. They're going to be bringing all the silver, and we don't even know the technology that the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to give us, and that we're going to find out when he returned, that these devils don't took. Because they don't took a whole bunch of things, man. Things that we don't even know about, they don't took. That's how they can create, you know, robotic dogs and all these other things that these devils, they got. Verse 19, because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, because he have violently taken away the house which he builded not. He violently taken away a house that he builded not. They took away our homeland. They take away everything that you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. They take away all the inventions that Jake don't create here in America. They don't patent them, saying that they don't patent those inventions. So they don't took away everything. Verse 20, surely, Job 20:20, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desires. He's not going to feel quietness in his belly. And that's exactly what's taking place right now, because the men of the Lord are standing upon their feet. So the quietness in his belly, man, it's like, damn, we tried for thousands of years to keep them from knowing who they are. And now all of a sudden they know who they are. And they stand upon their feet with being that exceedingly great army. 21, there shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. Verse 22, it say, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. You know, because what? A kingdom, a nation divided cannot stand, right? A kingdom divided, and all these nations are divided, and they are the wicked, right? The Russians, the Germans, those Spaniards, those British, they're all wicked. They say when he's about to fill his belly, when he's about to make his mischievous device, when he's about to fulfill his belly, that mischievous device spoken of in Psalms 21, power shall cast a fury of wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. While he is eating. You know, and thinking about, hey, man, we almost there. We almost got all the tribes. You know, 2/3 of the tribes have bought into our wicked plan. 2/3 of Israel have already got that mischievous device implanted into them. But what the Lord said, of his wrath upon him shall rain it upon him while he's eating, while the international banking families, while they're eating. They're going to be sitting down thinking, looking at their little computer screens, looking at everybody who got the chip, looking at long lines around the globe. They're gonna have a steel frame of France. They have a steel frame of America, a steel frame over in Africa. They're gonna have a steel frame of every country around the world. They're gonna be having steel frames, just clicking, seeing all the people in those lines and they microchip lines. And then what they gonna say? The goddamn the elect. We know the elect. We couldn't get the elect, and they know that they're about to go down. Verse 24. Job 20:24, he shall flee from iron weapon. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. And what's the iron weapon? A bow of steel. You know, you think somebody gonna create a what? You think somebody gonna come in there with the what they call it? Their little bow. You know what is that? A crossbow. And, you know, and put an iron weapon on it. No, it's talking about those intercontinental nuclear missiles that's going to come out of those nuclear silos that's going to be coming through. They're going to see them. But where they going to be at? They're going to be in the clefts of the rocks. They're going to be what? In those caves and they are nuclear fallout bunkers. This is where they're going to be at, looking at all this take place. And 2/3 of Negro Latinos and Native Americans still don't understand that the 1%ers, the rich of the rich of the richest, they got these nuclear fallout shelters built all around the world because they know that the return of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is coming upon the earth. But they also know that World War III is about to take place. The only people that don't know that World War III is about to take place are 2/3 of the Negro Latinos and Native Americans. They don't believe that World War III is about to take place. Verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapons, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. How he's going to flee? Going into them nuclear fallout bunkers that they made. Verse 25, it is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terror upon him. It's come out of the body, and that's the body of the silos, man. Them nuclear missiles, they come out of a silo. It's going to come up out of the ground or wherever, however they got them. And, you know, and they know this. Why the international bankers have financed every war since you know every war that's ever been fought have been financed by the international bankers. So they got to invest. They have an investment in war. War create devastation, destruction. And how do they go in and make their money? They go in and build it back up. They go in there and they lend money back into those countries to try to build it up. So that create money, man. That's capital. Okay. Verse 25:6. All darkness shall be hid in its secret places. A fire shall 26. All darkness shall be hid in its secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. It's gonna go ill with them that are left, man, in his tabernacle. You know, in they hidden places, and they bunkers in their caves. Verse 27, Job 20:27, say, heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. It's talking about the wicked. It ain't talking about they are the many antichrists, but he's talking about a specific person right now. He's talking about the devil himself that the Bible's speaking of, and we know that to be Esau, Edom, starting with the head family Amalek. 28, the increases of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. And his goods gonna flow away. We know his goods gonna flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High Yahweh, and the heritage appointed unto him by God. That's his heritage, man. It's that he gonna be, he'll no longer be remembered upon the face of the earth. This is the wicked portion that is appointed to him by God. And they know this, but 2/3 of the Negro Latinos and Native Americans don't know this. 2/3 of the Negro Latinos and Native Americans are just completely finished, completely stupid, sottish. You got this, the holy scriptures are going out. Truth shall spring out of the earth, right? But our people don't want the truth. Our people, they want smooth things. They want to continue to be on that Isaiah 30 and 10. They want smooth words. They don't want to don't prophesy deceit to them. But we're not coming in and deceit. We're coming with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Holy Scriptures, which the Lord, Hamashiach Yahweh Shah, his Father sent the Holy Comforter back for us at this particular time frame, this particular time, to call you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans to repentance, to tell y'all what is about to happen on the earth today. But our people don't want to hear what's about to happen on the earth because they only want to hear those smooth and good words. They want to hear that America is going to last for another 150 years and that your sons and your daughters going to be doctors and lawyers. And many of y'all want to see how great athletes y'all son going to be, whether it's in football, whether it's in basketball, or whether in baseball, whether it's in hockey, whether it's in tennis. That's what 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, soccer. That's what they want. They want their generation to see. Hey, I want to leave this legacy for my generation, for my son, his son's generation, where we can continue. Hall of Fame. Football players and baseball. Everybody want to be in the Hall of Fame. But they don't want their legacy to be that they praise the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. They don't want a legacy, that we're going to be kings, kings again on the earth. They don't want that legacy. They just want a legacy where they got to grind every day. I want you to go to college and get a degree so that you can be better than me. That's what Jake and Eve always talking about. When your legacy should be that you want to be a part of the greatest legacy that's ever be erected on the earth. And that's with the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, being children of the Most High. That is a legacy that you should want. That is something that you should be looking for. That you serving the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah in all that you do. Because we're about to receive the salvation. We're about to receive the kingdom of heaven. How do we know this? Let's go to 2 Peter. We'll close it out here. 2 Peter chapter 3. Second Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, but the day of the Most High, the Lord, will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Great noise. How the heavens going to pass away with a great noise? Intercontinental ballistic missile. World War III will be taking place. Pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat. How that pole is going to melt with fervent heat. How this building is going to be destroyed with fervent heat. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. And they ain't talking about all the earth. It's talking about particular places on the planet Earth. It's going to be burned up. Israel, because what? We're going to read it. America is what? Is left for the wilderness, right? Verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye be in all holy conversation and godliness? What manner of person should you be in all holy conversation and godliness? Should you be speaking prophecies? Yes, you should be speaking about the prophecies that are about to come upon the planet Earth right now. You should be speaking what? Because the spirit of the Lord, Hamashiach Yahweh Shah, is the spirit of prophecy, right? Revelation 19, correct? That's that 18. Verse 19, 12. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 12. Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall dissolve, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Verse 13 is the key and the point. But nevertheless, we, the hopeful elect, the hopeful 1/3, according to his promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. We look for a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. We know 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Y'all don't look for no new heaven. Y'all don't look for no new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. If Hamashiach Yahweh Shah don't come, America would never be able to get right. America can't get right. America is the wickedest kingdom ever erected, because it's a re-envision of the Roman Empire. And everything was wicked there. And everything is wicked here in America. If you don't believe everything is wicked here in America, that's because you are wicked. If you don't believe that everything in America is wicked, that's because you, my friend, are a wicked person. So we're going to close it out there. I want to give all honor, all glory, all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to the Akim and the Akwaf that are listening and learning. To you, I say Shalom.